Ho, ho, ho.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
He is a comic book nerd.
In brightest day and darkest night. We can learn a lot from comics.
She is a reality TV junkie.
No idea.
Snooki had her baby. A dollar makes me holler.
Chris likes sci-fi.
They do a brain transplant into this whole new body, but it's you.
Kristen likes celebrity gossip.
Breaking
What do you
news.
think? Oh, more breaking
It's
news?
official. Official. Before it was just a rumor. Hey, Stu, our paths moved back in together.
What do they have in common? Nothing. You're listening to Two Strangers, One Podcast.
Now, here's Chris and Kristen.
Well, hello and welcome to Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kristen. Well, hello.
Well, hello. Starting
Welcome
all
back.
over again.
All over.
Well, I do
Can't
have to
get rid of
say
us.
we've been getting a lot of love online.
That's what Chris
Two
does
Strangers,
on a
One
daily
Podcast.
basis, is look up the stats.
I look
He
up the
loves looking
stats a
at the
couple
map.
times a day.
He
I
loves
go-
looking at the map. So
So-
we got to give big shout-outs.
Our website, unfortunately, the middle of the country, I think it kind of rounds it all up to Wichita.
Just go straight to
Kansas.
Wichita.
But
So we don't have specifics.
Wichita, according to our website, is like the highest ranking. But like I said,
Surrounding
the same
areas.
way Buffalo is an hour away from us, and it doesn't count.
shows up as
Rochester counts as
Buffalo, yeah.
Buffalo.
So surrounding Wichita areas.
Yeah,
Thank
so I just
you.
want to give a shout out to Wichita, Kansas, San Jose, California, Buffalo, New York, Seattle, Washington, Washington, D.C., San Francisco, California, Los Angeles, California, Tampa, Florida, Sacramento, California. Houston,
oy vey.
Texas, New York, Dallas, Texas, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Aurora, Illinois, Mesa, Arizona, Miami, Florida, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, San Diego, California, Long Beach, California, Bakersfield, California, Kansas City, Missouri, Las Vegas, Nevada, Fort Worth, Texas, Jacksonville, Florida, Detroit, Michigan, Plano, Texas, Honolulu, Hawaii, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Portland, Oregon, Fresno, California, Tucson, Arizona, Newark, New Jersey, Riverside, California, Cincinnati, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, and Boston, Massachusetts.
Thank you.
And that's just the love for the
Mouthful.
past week. And thank you guys.
Keep it coming, baby.
These numbers are phenomenal. We've been getting a lot of love, and it's super awesome. And I know we're not going to waste this out talking about the stuff that goes
Locations.
behind the scenes and stuff like that. But I just
Thank
want to
you.
give a shout out to you guys. I look at the numbers and I get amped up. I get so
A little
excited.
tingly down there.
Yeah.
A little
And
tingly.
by the time this episode comes out, and I don't know when it will come out, but
But by that time,
hopefully the world hasn't ended yet.
yes,
you know.
we don't know.
It is officially
It's approaching.
2012, and the Mayans,
Uh-oh.
like everyone said, oh, well, the Mayans, the calendar just ended in 2012. I don't think it's this big, huge.
They were movers. They were
apocalypse.
migrators. I think
We've
there's another
lived
calendar
through-
we don't know where it is.
We've lived through 9/11 and Columbine and Sandy and all these other things. I don't think
Irene,
2012,
Waco, Texas.
when the what they call that? I
Britney
always forgot the word.
Spears, Justin Bieber. We've
The
survived.
soul, the revelation, not the revelation, when
That other thing.
when the bodies are supposed to float
That
up to
other thing
heaven.
where that old guy kept making up different dates.
Yeah. Y2K,
Y2K.
we've been through all of this, so 2012 was
What
just
do we
another
think?
one.
Yes. 2013, here we come.
And let me tell you, I've been going online trying to find some sort of
Over the
official
year.
2012
Recap.
year in review. And let
Chris
me tell
can't
you,
find
the
shit.
internet sucks sometimes. It really, really sucks.
Chris
and I
can't
hate
find
these pages. And
What
I
were
don't
they
know if
coming
my
up with,
friends
like
have caught on to
Bieber?
it. Oh God,
Is it-
and I said before.
He's
when I wrote
looking
my
at it,
notes,
he's like, I'm not talking about Bieber.
I'm
That's it.
not. Unless you want to bring them up, I'm
I only
not
got one
talking
thing
about
on
Bieber.
him. As soon as you said that, I was like, oh, I got a topic. Like I'm his number one fan or
Ooh, his
something.
laptop was stolen.
His was Bieber's?
That was actually one
One of the things?
a year in review, and someone brought up
Bieber's laptop
is
was stolen.
which we're bringing up also. So what the fuck did I say about
God.
us?
We're number one fans.
And of course, 2012 to me will always be
The birth of our
date
baby.
of Two Strangers, One Podcast. This is a year that will go down in infamy. Infamy. Yeah, infamy.
Yeah, I think that's the word, right? Maybe. Might get a dictionary this year.
Yeah. And so,
Our little baby was born. 1 hour. We pushed that baby out. And she was born.
And now she's walking and talking, offending people. And
That's what she does. That's what she does.
So, I mean, I kind of have like a random... My list is totally ass-backwards random.
That's what we do here. We're all over the place. Star Trek. I think you were talking about that.
Star Trek.
With Hottie Chris Pine.
Chris Pine is coming back, and the new one is coming out next year. It's called Star Trek Into Darkness.
Into Darkness.
Trek Into Darkness. Star Trek Into Darkness.
Dun, dun, dun.
They want the name to sound like that. Star Trek Into Darkness. It's not like Star Trek : It's like...
Yeah. Star Trek Into Darkness.
It's J.J. Abrams, and it's kind of bringing back... They're bringing back this character, Khan, and I don't know if you...
Chris, I don't know shit.
Well, part 2 of the Star Trek movies, The Wrath of Khan. He's a notorious character originally played by Ricardo Montalban. And what was cool is in the TV series, I know he's part of like this super race and he wants to take over shit. And
typical Ricardo.
They at the end of the episode, they leave him on a planet, like they abandon him on a planet.
Like, see ya.
So by the time we get to the movie, it was cool. Whoever wrote the movie, I'm unfortunately my nerd cred. I don't know who wrote
for this one.
No. For the original Star Trek 2. They brought back a character from the series.
Okay.
And what better way to have someone who wants revenge because they left his ass on the planet.
They said, see ya.
In the middle of nowhere.
I get pissed if I'm abandoned at a bar. I can only imagine being abandoned at some planet I don't know anything about.
And he's part of like a super race. Like he's like genetically engineered
That's what I'm talking about.
So when he comes back with a vengeance. And a lot of fans, Star Trek fans, love The Wrath of Khan.
All right,
it's
this
like,
is it.
A lot of people say it's the best movie. I'm kind of partial to The Voyage Home.
Chris, let's not piss off our followers.
No. I'm just saying, as me as a nerd, and
you're partial.
The Voyage Home was like the most fan-friendly, non-nerd-friendly episode or movie because they go back in time to 1980s America, California. That's the one where they get the whales. They have to because in the future there are no whales.
Like, yeah, that's the one. Oh yeah, that one. They have to get the whales.
There are whales. This alien ship comes to the Earth and starts beaming signals towards the ocean.
What they need the whales for?
They listen to this because allegedly in the movie.
What do the whales do?
Whales have been communicating with aliens way before before man was here. And
they're probably doing it right now.
And that's the only thing like keeping us safe. Because if the aliens weren't communicating with the whales, they would come and destroy us.
What are the whales telling them? Yeah, I'm swimming today.
But I guess I think the aliens like, oh, you guys are peaceful. I'll leave you alone. I'll keep it moving. I'll go blow up some other planet. So
keep it moving.
In the future, we've killed off the whales. There are no whales. So the aliens come back looking for the whales. Like, where the fuck are the whales? We're going to blow you up.
What the fuck? Where the
so Star Trek, so Captain Kirk goes, hey, we got to go in the past and get some
whales.
That's
such a random idea. It's like somebody put like ideas on a board and just threw something in. They're like, all right, whales. You know who we need? We need whales in this movie.
I like The Voyage Home, and I know that might get me like killed by some Star Trek fans, but that's like my favorite one because it's funny, it's entertaining. It has an environmental message. Save the whales.
Did you? Save the whales.
So in this movie, the new J.J. Abrams ones. I'm sorry, I got a little off track. They're reintroducing the Khan character, but he had a name before he was Khan, and once again, my nerd
Genghis?
No, like Joe Robertson or some shit like that. So they're
John
introducing
Smith.
that. So they're kind of bringing back Khan. My only beef is. The guy should be a person of color, if that's any kind of like a real beef. The guy allegedly that's playing
like
this
Terry
white
Crews
red.
Or something.
Well, not Terry Crews, like because Ricardo Montalban. Here's a guy, little olive skinned. You know, you couldn't find.
So who's playing? Do you know?
Oh shoot!
Did you see the trailer?
His last name is Cumberbatch. I don't know.
Did you see the trailer?
I seen the trailer. Oh yeah,
good?
Of course I seen the trailer.
Does it look good?
Yeah, it's very. My only beef is the guy that's going to play Khan. They should have gotten a Hispanic actor, if that's any kind of like
Ricky Martin. Or what's his name? The guy from Chips.
There's a million guys.
He's so old now. What's his name?
Yeah. Shit. I was about to say Estevez.
Mario Lopez.
Oh, okay.
You would love that.
There's a billion good-looking Hispanic actors that they could have given the job to. So
they're looking for work, okay?
Yeah, come on.
Everybody needs a shot. Let me see. Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, I think he's been in a couple things recently, but I don't know. But who knows? This movie's we'll definitely know his name by next year. Because all the Star Trek nerds.
He doesn't look familiar to me. He just looks like a little English guy. Yeah. But like a little English blonde guy. He's in The Hobbit.
He'll be famous.
Oh.
This time next year we'll know his name.
He's in like the next Hobbits. I guess there's 2 more?
Yeah.
Okay, he's in those. I don't know if he's in the first
supposed to be 2 movies.
Oh, he is in
And then they said, fuck it, let's stretch it out to 3.
He's in Sherlock Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
He's in The Hobbit, the one now, I guess.
Mm-hmm. All these
some pretty big ones.
Movies. Yeah.
War Horse.
We'll know his name next year.
Yeah.
I promise.
Cumberbatch.
Because he's playing Khan, and Khan is like such an integral character in the Star Trek universe. So, yeah, that's...
So, Cumberbatch.
And you were talking about...
let's see, Bieber.
Bieber, no,
We didn't want to do it. Apparently, him and Rumor... Mm-hmm. Him and Selena Gomez are donezo. Mm-hmm. And then I guess he had whatever. Yeah, breaking news. Like that is like the big news. Isn't that sad?
It was.
That's sad for us, is that like Justin Bieber, an 18-year-old, broke up with like his 22-year-old girlfriend, and that's huge news. Mm-hmm. And I guess eventually he was on stage, whatever show he was doing, and he stripped by taking off his shirt, and that was a huge deal. But I'm sorry, he looks like he's 12. I don't get, he's like so skinny.
Yeah.
I don't get, like, why are girls screaming at him? He looks like a baby.
Well, that's...
No, it's not right. It's different when it's...
trend.
It's different when it was, like, the Backstreet Boys, and they were, like, a little bulky. This kid just looks like he hasn't aged.
Well, I mean, they like the baby faces. I mean, we can take it back to the Beatles and Paul McCartney. You know, he was a baby face. You know, Michael Jackson in Jackson 5, he was a baby face.
That's because he was a baby in Jackson 5.
Well, I mean, he's always...
This kid's, like, 18 and like, ooh, let me take off my shirt. No.
I mean,
no, this
New Kids on the Block... Backstreet.
You had Donnie.
It's.
Donnie Wahlberg.
I mean, of course, I've mentioned like boy
they
bands and he's
muscles.
by himself.
Like this kid can barely grow a chest hair. Keep your shirt on,
his music is innocuous, and
keep your shirt on,
everything he does doesn't affect me, so I really don't care.
It affects me on a daily basis.
He was with Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez is a little hottie.
Yeah, she's gonna be just fine. She's done some
pictures, like she's little coming into her own, like dressed like a little chola. And
she's gonna be just fine.
She'd get it good.
You're gonna get it, girl. She'd get it good. That's really gross.
She'd get it good.
So Disney characters.
This is take 2 or take 3 or whatever it is.
Take 10.
Before you were talking about
I don't know what
favorite people.
Kimye! We've been waiting for something to come bad towards their way. The 2 Stranger 1 Curse.
2 Strangers 1 podcast curse on Kimye.
On Kimye. But
what's going on
big,
with Kanye
but I
West
wished it was. Apparently,
Kim Kardashian.
The rumor is, or people are saying, that Kim is kind of ruining Kanye's career for him, because he's trying to be taken seriously as whatever he does, fashionista, as well as music. But he's being paid for, like his appearances and, going on stage and stuff. But what he's being paid for is in the hopes that his girlfriend will show up as well.
Because I think they think they're getting like a 2-for-1 deal.
Right. So they're not.
Kim Kardashian gets like some ridiculous, something like $80,000 to go to a club
and sit in VIP for an hour.
Just go to the club
and then see it. Like that's her Saturday night.
For that kind of money, I mean, okay, I can make a lot of jokes here what she should do, but I mean,
she's already done the sex
book, sign the DVD, sign the porno, do something. Don't.
All you do is show up.
$80,000. People who
work show a tit
a whole year don't make $80,000. People got families live on $80,000 a year.
Yeah.
Not well, but they
survive.
You're getting that for a night of what? To show your face?
Sitting there, yeah.
So I wonder if Kim's charge was probably higher than Kanye's or something.
Probably. They're like, if we get Kanye, then we'll definitely get the other one to show up.
2-for-1 deal.
So yeah, that's apparently ruining his career because he's not being taken seriously. Because he's so
what a
serious.
Fucking egomaniac.
He's just a serious man. And like I was saying before, we need a friend like Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
He helped that slob, Lindsay Lohan. Girl who can't get it together. I wish she could. He donated. Donate to like a charity. Donate it to your kids. I don't know.
Haven't we had enough tragedy this year? You could donate money to them.
Something. He donated $100,000 to Lindsay Lohan to help her with her taxes.
Winning.
Yeah. you're not winning on that one, right?
I mean, but think about it. He was giving that kind of money to whores and
yeah. I guess he's like, here, you know, just one night. I guess I could just throw this at somebody else.
I wonder, allegedly. I wonder if you think Charlie Sheen fucked her.
I wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't be a far-fetched.
Imagine if they had a kid.
Oh my god, that thing would be a mess. It would be doomed from day one.
Bring forth the apocalypse.
Yeah,
that would be
that
the
is the end of the world. And now I guess the ex-wife there, did they get married, or Brooke Mueller, the other one who has the twins with them?
Yeah.
She just got out of rehab after 6 days, so I'm hoping she's cured.
Oh yeah, 6 days, you can solve all your life's problems.
She was addicted to Adderall. I know tons of college kids addicted to Adderall. We're not going to rehab for 6 days.
Oh god.
Like, these people need to get it together.
Winning.
Yeah.
And we were kind of thinking about things for the show, and I'm like, when the hell did Winning come out? And I guess apparently that was February of 2011. Wasn't
right?
That wasn't even
like in the winter. I was like, was it this one? Yeah.
But at least
he's really toned it down this year.
I do have to say that show, Anger Management, was a decent show. It was very funny.
Well, yeah, anything he touches is...
As much as I would love to work with Chuck Lorre, I can't take anything away. Work with Chuck Lorre, not for Chuck Lorre. You know, I gotta say that Charlie Sheen came back with a bit of a vengeance, because Anger Management was a funny fucking show and entertaining. I mean, I've said it before. I mean, they threw a million lines in the water. You know, anything to kind of keep the show. You know, he was a therapist in prison, and he has a therapist at home, and then he has a crazy ex-wife that comes around, and
yeah, they got a whole bunch
all
of
these ex-girlfriends come back, and then his dad, which he actually had his real father, Martin Sheen, actually came on the show. So. And I don't mean that as a insult. The show, it was all over the place, but it was funny.
Yeah.
So I got to give Charlie Sheen props for having a public meltdown and everything. He came back strong. Came back with a funny fucking show.
Almost like Britney. And and on the X Factor. There's rumor. Do you know how much she got paid for that? I'm sure I said it in the past, but I heard it the other day on...
Well, I don't know how much.
For her gig there on X Factor, because they're not renewing the contract next year, so they'll... I don't know if she is coming back or whatnot. $10 million for that. $10 million for her to sit there and look sober for a little bit and say what she's got to say.
You think she's fucked up? I don't
think so anymore. But remember when she used to be? It was fun.
Messing around anymore. I think.
I think she's just.
They tightened the leash on her.
Yeah.
Her manager.
I just wish they would just
father or whatever the hell it is.
I wish they would just stop and just let her be herself again. I mean.
Look, for $10 million, you got to straighten the fuck up. You know
for that. Well, I mean, not for this. I mean, just in regular life. Like TV, yeah, straighten up. You're on TV. Like, I wish she could, have her own life and be able to spend her money.
You want to see the train wreck?
Yeah.
You want? Oh, come on.
Not the train wreck. Maybe now she wouldn't be, because she's been so.
No, she's train wreck. You leave her alone again, she will fucking melt
that's
down
her.
Again.
That's what I want to see. The real Britney. Okay? My God. Now, there's rumors that remember when she shaved her head? I'm sure we all know. What I would have loved, it was like a whole trend to go on, like everybody shaves their head. But that didn't happen.
Well, remember there was that hoax, I think they said, I think it was Justin Bieber, the rumor was Justin Bieber got cancer. So they put this thing out on Twitter
for girls to
shave their head.
Did that happen?
There was a bunch of girls who shaved their head.
That is so awful. That's a mean joke.
And then it turned out to be a hoax.
That is a mean joke.
So you were talking about...
I guess Britney? It was that rumor. I mean, it was never during the whole trial that she had with that other guy, Sam Lutfi. He was trying to clear his name. That he was claiming that the reason why she did shave her head was because she was using crystal meth and other drugs. And so they wouldn't catch in the hair sample. Shave your head. Which is, I could see that being true. Is that why Miley Cyrus Yeah, right? I could see that being true, but of course, all the charges and everything got thrown out, so there's nothing being revealed. But, I mean, that kind of does make sense. Either she was fucked up at the time, or, maybe...
take your fucking eyebrows.
Right, your pubes or something. But I miss her.
You miss
No, I miss... Not when she was on drugs. I mean, just when, her, Lindsay, and Paris used to go out to the club. Yeah. They have, a picture of all of them in the car, and it's that was great. Those were the great times. That lasted for a year, and then shit got real.
They were on Lindsay's still... Lindsay's still on the path of fucking destruction.
And I guess she has been crying that, rumors, of course, that she's an insider, who the hell knows who that, her mom, has been saying that, an insider saying, she's been crying, she knows she's hit rock bottom, but she's blaming everybody else around her. She's saying it's because of the friends, her parents.
This.
So once you realize it's you, you're not going to get fixed.
You got $10 million to sit there.
Britney got $10 million, not Lindsay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Lindsay
no,
said she hit rock bottom.
Oh, Lindsay's blaming her friends.
Yeah, everybody around her.
But you know what, in my opinion, it's the same way because they're both young child actors who just
got all this money and
surrounded by people who won't say no.
Oh, yeah.
Then you get stuck you get all fucked up.
Seriously, the good old days.
And so, that was kind of on my list on all these quote-unquote celebrities that are now doing judges.
Yeah,
like
they're getting paid millions of dollars to do it.
Howard
like American
Stern,
Idol, that's what they're doing is
Nicki Minaj,
like switching
Mariah
up
Carey.
Like after a year they switch up the person.
Yeah.
Which is smart. I mean, that way you get different people, but you're getting paid a lot just for that year.
Yeah,
like
I mean
Mariah.
that's a trend of 2012.
Yeah,
when before
switching it up.
Like I mean,
they
may be big behind the scenes, but no one knew before American. No one knew who the fuck Simon Cowell was. No one knew.
Yeah, he works behind the scenes.
What the hell?
The dog one.
Yeah,
Jackson, Randy Jackson.
Randy Jackson.
They're all
no
behind
one
the
really
scenes people.
knew who he was. I mean, unless you were really in the industry.
Yeah,
but
now
they made celebrity. But now they're actually hiring real celebrities, people who were at one point top of the world. Howard Stern at one point was top of the world.
Yeah.
Britney Spears, holy shit, Britney Spears was
my girl.
When you come to pop stars, I think, honestly, in my mind, I don't know, the only two people over Britney Spears is Madonna and Michael Jackson.
Right.
Britney Spears is
other than that, she
somewhere in the top 3 of, like, pop.
The pop.
And now you're a fucking judge.
I know.
Talking about
$10 million
bucks, quote-unquote talent show,
$10 million bucks for a season, so it's like... $10
million.
Like, how many episodes?
She probably got $10 million, she probably got $10 million doing, like, 2 shows back in the, in the height of her. She probably, I don't know.
The good old days. Now, I actually went to a concert.
You went to a Britney Spears concert?
It's so funny. But I got the tickets for free.
How old were you?
Maybe I don't think I could drive yet. So maybe 15.
Oh, okay.
It was during her height. She wasn't messed up yet.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Maybe she was. It was during her height. I'm trying to think what were her big songs out at the time. It was after Hit Me Baby. It was the next CD. No, it wasn't then. It was before then.
Oh, wow. So that was before she got slutty.
Yeah, she was risque.
I mean, she was jailbait, but she wasn't slutty.
It was all dancing, and it was actually a fun concert. It was during her prime. Mm-hmm. Trying to think what was her big song then. What was that one? It's oh my god, I can't think of them now. This is really bad.
Of course.
She's so lucky.
Oh, wow.
That one was one of them. That CD.
With, Melissa Joan Hart. And
crazy. Yeah, that CD around that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then Slave for You came out. Remember? Oh, what was that one? It was the MTV Awards where she really looked fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
What was the
Give
song?
Me More.
Give Me. And it was such bad dancing. It was this is not, now we're going to the...
She's kind of like someone high on drugs.
Yeah, that was somebody who just, it was now we're watching the downfall. Oh, that was bad. I feel like she was chewing gum. Maybe she wasn't, but it would have been better if she was.
Yeah,
blow a bubble during the middle of the performance. That would have made it more interesting.
Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey...
She's getting paid.
Once again, probably, she has an album. Doesn't she have an album called The Number Ones or something like that?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
I believe she has an album called The Number Ones, which literally every song on that album was a number 1 hit.
And I'm sure that album sold a lot, and that's just you not having to do
in
anything.
In of itself, it was a number 1.
Yeah.
And, and now you're a fucking judge on a show. Right. How the mighty have fallen. That we have people who are at the top of the business. Like I said, I mean, in my world, it's Howard Stern, and I follow Howard Stern on Twitter, and he only tweets when it's about
the show,
the X Factor, or America's Got Talent.
Yeah,
that's I mean, I don't know, the mighty have fallen, but it's just all these, and then Nicki Minaj, she's big, but getting
she's not,
at the top of her career.
Yeah, she's at the height and going on now.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Who would you like to see as a judge on?
Who would I like to see as a judge?
Are they changing up the judges for The Voice?
Oh, and that's another one. Yeah,
that's got all big people. Christina Aguilera,
Adam Levine. Who those two kind of? I mean, I'm not too familiar. Keith Urban is the other guy.
No, Blake Shelton.
Okay.
Sheldon.
And I'm not into country music, but isn't he
He's big.
He's a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all these. wow, network TV. And you would think, these reality shows, the point would be to save money because it's probably cheaper than doing
you spend a lot of money. For
now you're getting all these people to come on, but apparently it sells. People are watching the shows, and look, we're fucking talking about it.
Exactly. See, we're part of them.
But it was funny. What's his name? Blake Sheldon.
Blake Sheldon. Yeah.
I have friends. From below the Mason-Dixon line. And I guess apparently in country music right now, there's a big trend of all these guys that are getting famous. And I guess, and it's like in every genre of music, the people who are the most famous are the most also hated. Like, the guys like whatever happened to real country music, like, Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash and all these outlaws. And all the guys now big in country music are, for lack of a better term, fucking pussies. Like Hollywood country style, guys. Yeah. Like they'd rather wear a baseball cap than a cowboy hat, And I'm not in that world, but it makes sense. They are a bunch of fucking pussies. Country's supposed to be outlaw and renegade and not, love songs and pussy shit. Like, guys, you don't even drive a pickup, Yeah,
you don't drive a pickup.
They do have the pickup, and it's fucking
and it's like souped
pristine.
up. And, there's no mud on it. And he's even married to a country singer, Miranda Lambert. They got a whole bunch of.
That whole world is outside of my.
It is for me too, but a couple of my friends are, so I catch up on my country through them because I guess she's big in the country world as well, and so there's just a whole lot of country going on in that house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like even a guy like him. That's on top, like in everything.
On top of Miranda.
Any band, like any genre, like me being into metal or rock and stuff, any people who are on the top are also kind of hated.
Yeah, you're going to get the love-hate.
Like a lot of people love Metallica's Enter Sandman, which to me as a Metallica fan is probably the worst song they ever put out, so it's funny how when you get really popular, the quote-unquote diehard fans
start hating us. Got it? Only love us.
Oh, no, we're underground.
Yeah, we're underground.
We'll never sell out.
That's right. Unless the price is right.
And let's just take a break. And we'll be right back after a moment.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Hello, listeners. This is Chris from Two Strangers, One Podcast, but I'd like to announce that we are now part of Livin' Lane Podcast Entertainment. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/Livin' Lane Podcast Entertainment. LIVINLAME Podcast Entertainment. Along with Two Strangers, One Podcast, there are a bunch of brand new shows to choose from. There's The Breakdown with Filthy Phil, Shane O'Mac, and Cord bringing you the latest news in the music world. Join Joe and Carrie Fox in the Fox Den for your fix of astrology, numerology, and nature. Get your movie and television news with the Real Chat Podcast. And the big daddy that started it all, Livin' Lane. So check out the Facebook for information on new episodes and updates at www.facebook.com/Livin' Lane Podcast Entertainment. Click and Hit, enhancing the experience for all recreational smokers. Click and Hit is a one-handed portable vaporizer. This smoking pipe has a compact 4-stage design, complete with a built-in, windproof, butane refillable torch lighter. The large burn chamber holds your stash of legal herb or pipe tobacco. Click the button to ignite and inhale as usual. When you are done, put it back in your pocket for later. Smoke anytime with the touch of a button. No more carrying around grinders and tins. You can leave the pipe, rolling papers, and even your lighter at home. The Click and Hit cordless vaporizer is no bigger than a normal cigar, making it the world's smallest and most discreet vaporizer. It's perfect for use in small places or shared rooms. It's efficient, getting 5 to 8 draws from your packed chamber. It's affordable at just $19.95 each. Buy 3 and the shipping is free. Buy 4 and you get the 5th one free. Visit www.click-n-hit.com. That's clickandhit.com. And now for listeners of Two Strangers, One Podcast, you can use promo code STRANGERS and receive 10% off your purchase at clickandhit.com. That's promo code STRANGERS for 10% off your purchase.
And we now return to Two Strangers, One Podcast.
And we're back.
Hello.
And once again, we're not sellouts, but check out clickandhit.com.
We're not sellouts.
Speaking of selling out, no. Well, I mean, I kind of have. Do you have anything for else? Because I could just have like this whole list. I can't believe we've been jamming.
We've been keeping up with these stories of Amanda Bynes.
Amanda Bynes.
So I figured I should give the conclusion at least.
Will always be yes. Amanda Bynes
of her many hit and runs and hit and runs and hit and runs. All the charges thrown out in L.A. All of them.
So Amanda Bynes.
All criminal charges because I guess there was. I don't think she had to plead anything.
She must have a great lawyer.
I was going to say, she must just walk
Lindsay
in.
Lohan needs...
Lindsay doesn't have the money right now. She's too busy paying for her taxes.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Amanda hasn't been in trouble, so she's still got the money.
So Amanda, but I don't think she hurt anybody.
Not that I know of. Nobody went to the hospital.
I think she might have
or
scratched
anything.
the car or something.
Yeah,
So
just major like hit and runs. Like you hit a car and you ran, and it happened more than once.
And I could only imagine what she's paying her lawyer to get all those charges off.
She don't give a shit.
No, but I mean,
she's gonna be get $10 million on the X Factor next year.
Yeah,
just wait for it.
I mean, the lawyers probably laugh. I mean, I don't know if he's got some
connection going on there.
I don't know. It just,
you know who needs the lawyer? Trey Songz.
Trey Songz.
Big news.
I know the name.
I know the
but
name. I'm sure there's some stupid song.
If you put a gun to my head, I couldn't.
The rapper Trey Songz got arrested for assaulting a woman. This woman is a worker in a strip club. This woman is a stripper.
Oh, so he assaulted a stripper.
Yes, he assaulted a stripper.
Well, how do you assault a stripper? How does one assault a stripper?
He made it rain with his money.
Making it rain up in here.
Threw his money at the woman. I mean, you know, as you pay a stripper.
Uh-huh.
You know, why would you hand it to her? That's just crazy talk. That's not stripper style. He threw the money, and I guess some of it hit her in the eye, and she's complaining of left eye pain. I don't think it cut a cornea. There was no blood.
So she's saying
she's got a painful left eye. There's pain in it.
A bill. I'm assuming it's a 1, but let's just assume it's a 1.
It said American currency.
So she got.
He threw American currency.
If he threw a quarter at her eye, that would make sense.
Yeah, just chuck or one of those Sacagaweas.
Yeah, the big
boom,
heavy gold, silver dollars or whatever.
Do you guys take gold dollars?
Sacagawea,
bitch! You got sacked in the eye.
See, now that would make sense, but.
If I went to a strip club, I would just
hit her in the eye.
Yeah, Bill hit her in the eye, and she's got eye pain. Maybe just the wad of it. The wad of it. Maybe he had it all wrapped up in a rubber band.
But if you're throwing money at my eye,
if you're making it rain,
I'm not going to complain. I don't know. Wow.
Maybe she just wants more money.
I mean, anyone who knows her stripper money's been, maybe she got an infection or something. Maybe it's
chlamydia is on the rise. She's got that chlamydia.
That's what happened. Someone threw money in my eye, and that's why I got chlamydia.
But I mean, she probably just wants more money out of it. But I mean, as a stripper, that's part of the gig. You're gonna get stuff in the eye.
She's probably gotten worse things in the eye as a stripper.
OSHA's gonna now step in and be like, all strippers must wear goggles.
Yeah, right? In California, they got the porn stars wearing condoms, so now strippers have to wear eye goggles.
All the strippers are all just protected. So I wish her luck. I hope she doesn't have to wear an eye patch. Oh. That might be some pirate theme. You never know. So good luck, Trey Songz.
Trey Songz with his show you where I come from.
Yeah. That's nice.
I don't know.
Real nice.
Well, no, have you noticed there's a bunch of white guys who really like rap, probably dated a couple of black girls, always shave their head, always wear hoodies and stuff like that, but they would never marry a black chick like they love. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just got into
Who are these people?
I've noticed
why would they never marry?
There's always these middle American, maybe like middle class. No, excuse me, more like upper class, middle class white guys that are like hip hop historians.
Okay,
like they really, really into hip hop, but they never grew up anywhere near the ghetto. They'll shave their head. They always they grow up. They don't grow up near the ghetto, but then when they grow up, they move to like a bad area. Yeah. They'll date a couple black chicks. They'll never marry them. Their family would fucking crucify them. But they're like really into hip hop, and they always wear like Tribe Called Quest T-shirts and stuff like that.
That's what I'm talking about. So my type of man.
You guys are you're not original. There's a whole lot of you. They always like white guys who shave their head to
look out for them.
They'll wear like a Kango cap.
The usual, the Kango cap.
And if it refers to anybody I know, I apologize. I love you.
We still love you. What's that woman? Oh, Evelyn Lozada. She was the one from Basketball Wives, who was got her ass kicked. She's the one that got her ass kicked by Ocho Cinco.
Oh, okay.
Her, and then they got a divorce because they were only married for a month. Her and Rihanna don't really make a good name for us women because they don't make us look good. Because she's now went to court and dropped the restraining order against Chad because she just wants to talk to him now. Not that they're getting back together, but we just want to talk. So she went to court and asked for the restraining order to be dropped against him.
So he got a restraining because he did hit her, right?
Yeah, there's photos. He busted the scar over her.
I just want to say allegedly, only because...
No, he headbutted her. It was...
Okay.
Confirmed.
I don't
that one was confirmed.
Any lawyers, you sue Kristen, not me. Allegedly.
Okay,
so allegedly hit her.
Headbutted her.
And there was a restraining order put up. But
I
guess you do need evidence for them to have a restraining order.
Right.
Or something sufficient enough for the judge to sign the paper.
Yeah, she called the cops and they had the whole...
And now she's getting the restraining order lifted.
So that they could talk.
So she can...
I mean, you make us look stupid. You're not a good... You're in the public eye.
There are women that are brainwashed.
Yeah, you're in the public eye. I mean, let's make a... She has a daughter. Yeah. You're not making a good impression.
Yeah.
And then you have Rihanna. I don't even know what she's on. That girl's crazy.
Now. He said he's going to change.
Yeah, whatever. He's going to therapy, they said. Yeah.
Oh,
she just wants the money, if he even has it anymore.
Yeah. I mean, you don't even need to be with him to get the money.
No.
Come on, girl. Don't you know the game?
God, girl.
I'm a fucking guy, and I know the game.
She's not really.
I just don't have titties. If I had titties, I'd be all right.
Chris is getting titties. With the money from this show, we're getting titties.
Yeah.
Both of us. 2 for 1 deal.
2 titties, 1 podcast.
2 titties. 4 titties.
4 titties. Okay.
Ed Furlong. Name ring a bell?
Eddie Furlong, the kid from Terminator 2, who was, at that time, Terminator 2 was probably like the biggest fucking movie ever.
Has he done
rightfully
anything?
so. It was a great movie.
Has he done anything else after that?
No, I was so surprised because
that would have been a great jump off.
They kept this character for Terminator 3, but they got another guy to do it.
Yeah, I think it's just because he's been in a lot of trouble. Yeah. Well, he apparently has a 6-year-old, and he exposed his 6-year-old to cocaine. So, way to go.
Yeah, Eddie Furlong.
He still looks the same. He looks exactly the same as he just with like a little bit of facial hair.
He needs Britney Spears like handlers because
Britney Spears' dad.
Because
Britney Spears' dad should just run that. Run that career for other people.
I mean, Terminator 2,
big movie.
Like I said, at the time, probably one of the biggest movies of all time. And you're gonna fuck up enough that they didn't even put you. And part 3 was like such a drop off.
Yeah,
that you weren't even good enough to be in part 3. But it did have Claire Danes. Claire Danes from Homeland. White people like Homeland. Last night was the finale of Homeland. I didn't see it. I recorded it. Oh yeah, I heard it was good.
Okay, it's Homeland.
I've never watched the episode, but
get on board.
White people like Homeland.
White people like Homeland. And I'm white, so I like
that's
it.
That's from Saturday
Night
Live.
I saw it. I guess was it Samuel Jackson that was on this weekend? He dropped the F-bomb, I guess.
Yeah, he said fuck and bullshit.
Wow. And the thing is the probably just like, well, what are we gonna do? It's Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
If it was like a cast member, they'd be like,
I was watching it live, and I love that sketch because it's Kenan Thompson. It's a show called What's Up With That? Mm-hmm. And so the joke is that they get a guy like Samuel Jackson, and before they had what's his name, the guy that played God and Bruce Almighty and Evan Almighty, Morgan Freeman.
Oh, Morgan Freeman, yeah.
They get these big name celebrities, but the joke is they never get to interview him because Kenan Thompson's character is too busy singing the theme songs of the show.
Oh, okay.
Like, what's up with that?
Oh, yeah.
What's
the
up
beginning.
With that?
Yeah.
Ooh, and then
other people come out.
And then he starts bringing out the most obscure people to dance with him, and ladies and gentlemen, the Funky Frankenstein, and
all these people, and then in the back.
And there's got a guy in like an 80s Adidas tracksuit.
Oh yeah, the whole Run DMC thing.
They got backup singers. It is a hilarious sketch.
Now, and was he the host? Or was he just there?
He was there.
I'm trying to think, when is that coming out?
I think he was just there because they apparently had a big party. Saturday Night Live always has a big party, but there were a lot of celebrities on it. And then plus you got Paul McCartney was the musical guest.
Oh, okay.
All the guys from Nirvana came out. Chris Novoselic and Dave Grohl and Pat Smear. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, Pat Smear, holy shit. Now he's Fat Smear. Yeah. Holy shit. He must have got off the heroin and got on the fucking donuts because he looks like Deepak Chopra. He put on a lot of weight. And not that, I guess, I'd rather you be fat from donuts than skinny from heroin.
Right, yeah.
But he,
just watch the cholesterol, man.
He bloated up. Yeah. Holy shit. Because, Dave Grohl's too busy. Dave Grohl is probably one of the most hardest working men in show business. So he's still slim, still fucking energetic, hit the shit out of the drums. Chris Novoselic, is Chris Novoselic. He doesn't look any different. He got tall, he grew a beard. He's always tall, excuse me.
Got tall, grew a beard.
Every time, he performed at the 12-12-12 concert, and then they had him perform.
Brings it back to 12-12-12 one more time.
At Saturday Night Live.
Take a shot every time he says 12-12-12.
It just brings me back to the MTV Music Awards when he threw the guitar in the air and
then
hit
nailed
himself
him in the face. Yeah.
So I was just like, throw the guitar in the air.
So was he mad? Samuel L. Jackson, was he mad when he said it, or was it just like
No, it's part of the joke that they start to interview him, and
so he just probably just. I think he
got like sometimes, and it happens. It
just
happens
get off
sometimes,
guard.
like in improv. You get mad, and then then you actually like physically get mad, and like you'll push the person, and you really push the person.
That's the thing with like improv, because you can't get in trouble. Like you say what you want to say, but then when you're on TV, it's like crap. Like that one.
He said fuck and bullshit. And
I didn't know if he was like legit mad and said it.
I wonder. I haven't looked up this story, and no one's. But
I just saw that he said I didn't read it.
I was watching it live, and it just blew my fucking mind.
Because what was it? It might have been last year or the year before. The new female that they got on there. I can't remember her name or which one it was, but she ended up saying the F word because she's so used to improv. Like that's not what she does. And then in her scene, like one of her first scenes too, she was like, I fucking love you. And then she's like, but she stayed on. Like people were like, is she going to get fired? I think she got like a fine or something. But yeah, you're so used to it. Then suddenly you're on TV and it's like, I got to remember, I can't say that. So that's easily probably what happened. But I didn't know if he was like mad.
Yeah,
It was like,
this
this is
Samuel
fucking
L.
bullshit.
Jackson. I'm pretty sure
they're going to let
NBC
slide.
will take care of
probably,
whatever
I'm
FCC
sure.
fines.
That's great though. This is fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Well, he said, because the joke is
they
that
never
they
get to interview
interrupt
him.
the person. Now, he was talking about a charity that he was starting, which I'm pretty sure is happening in real life. So, him getting mad about being interrupted while he's talking about his charity, that's what got him so riled up to say fucking bullshit.
It would have been great if it was real.
That's what I'm saying. I think he was character getting mad, really got mad.
Yeah,
and Samuel L. Jackson is so known for saying fuck and, and all these motherfucking snakes up this motherfucking plane. So I think that's what, he just got so charged up that he cursed. He said, so.
He just got into it.
He got into it. And
did you ever see The Snakes on a Plane?
Of course.
I've had the pleasure of seeing it like on TV and I was like, let me see this thing. Whatever movie, but anyways.
I see it on TV. Though.
Yeah. First of all, I hate snakes, so it was just so gross. It just skeeved me out. And just this scene where the girl, I think it's the girl and the guy, and they're having sex in the bathroom, and it just chomps on her nipple.
Bites her tit, yeah.
Like, what? I was like, oh my god, it's painful, and what the hell am I watching? Like, I was like, what the?
Well, it was one of
I
those
didn't even
things
think I finished it. I was just like, oh, I hate snakes. Like, after you just see them slither and everything, ugh. And then I saw the nipple, and I feel like Keenan's in it.
Yeah, Keenan's in it. He's the rapper.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, he's like, he's the, like, the friend of the rapper.
Yeah.
He's like the hanger-on, the entourage of the rapper.
Yeah, just with the whole booby nipple. I was like, of course.
Yeah. And I think, doesn't a snake bites a guy's dick or something?
It might have,
but I think it's over the pants, but.
Yeah, it's over the pants, but.
The nipple you could bite and show, dick no, ain't gonna happen.
But the dick, that's too out of line.
No snake on the snake.
That is too crazy. Oh my god.
But that was, I mean, it was one of those movies where
it's ridiculous.
They just took it there.
Yeah.
It sounded ridiculous and said,
and we're gonna go. We're gonna get a big name, and here we go.
Well, that's the whole thing, is that the fake, not the fake, the working title was Snakes on a Plane. They gave the script to Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
He loved it, and he goes, don't you dare change that name. It was supposed to be a schlocky movie as it is. Let's give it a shot.
And that's what it was.
And there are people, and I've seen it, there are people out there with like Snakes on a Plane tattoos.
Really?
I've seen the Snake on a Plane tattoo.
Do you have one?
No.
Is it you? You're the one with it?
I get one. I don't know.
You would get one. Be like, look what I got. Look what I got. It's a snake, and it's on a plane.
So Samuel L. Jackson, and that particular sketch just has a special place in my heart because
you have a lot of things that have a special place.
Well, no, it's
always like, this special place in my heart.
Seeing that sketch was the first time I could get my daughter to laugh when she was so tiny.
What, with Samuel L. Jackson? Oh,
no, because like singing, ooh,
in general. Yeah, well,
what's up with that? What's up with that? Ooh, wee. And look at, she's dancing right now. What's up with that? And I mean, because when babies are so small that they just lay there like a loaf of bread. So the first time
reaction was to that.
I was singing that song to her. I was trying to get her to laugh, and so that was and she, look at it too. She still kind of giggles at it. So
she's a Keenan fan.
So that sketch has a special place in my heart. So
out of all the songs,
ooh wee, what's up with that? What's up with that?
Dancing again.
Ooh ooh-wee. And my daughter's jumping up and down, really smiling right now.
So if you ever want to quiet your baby down, sing the Kenan Thompson sketch.
Ooh-wee. What's up with that? What's up with that? I said, what's up?
Here we go.
I said, what's up? What is up with that? What's up with that? I'm sorry.
Bum, bum. Last week I think you were
catchy.
doing.
Come on.
Last week you were doing Whitney Houston.
Yeah,
this week you're doing Kenan.
Like I said, I'm a frustrated rock star. I want to sing.
I want to sing Whitney Houston. Damn it! Oh
so,
Lord.
Jeez, I have all these notes and I never got to anything.
What's your notes, Chris?
Okay, so we're gonna do. I guess we should do a quick 2012 review by the time this episode comes out. And who knows? Hopefully the world hasn't ended. And, we still got some sort of, I'll start from the end of my list. Chick-fil-A!
Yes.
This is just random stuff.
Random, we don't know what order.
Chick-fil-A and the
gay
person,
rights, I guess.
Because Chick-fil-A was always a religious, organization. The stores aren't open on Sundays for observation of the religious, Sabbath.
People want that chicken.
And then Oreo came out and put out an ad.
Did anybody get that? Did we have it here? The Oreo cookie.
Wasn't
that a cookie made or just somebody?
No, I think that was just a
picture.
thing they made for.
I would have
support
totally ate
gay
the cookie.
People. With all like a rainbow film and all the crazy colors. So, I wonder if you eat Chick-fil-A and Oreo, will your head explode? So that's funny, in this day and age, people, corporations, anti-gay and then pro-gay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know how you could be pro-gay. You could just be fucking human and tolerant.
Tolerant. What about Twinkies?
Twinkies,
that was a big
are
one.
gone. How did that not make my list?
I just thought of that with the Oreos.
So,
oh my God. What else
I don't
you got?
know. The election, big news all over this year. Mitt Romney, the 47%. That's what really sticks out in my head when he was saying 47% of the people, and yet he lost. He was like at 49%. So he insulted half the country, but 2% of the people must have changed their.
Yeah, I guess.
So, but we'll leave that alone. I know. Me and Kristen, that's the beauty of this show that we don't always see eye to eye.
Kristen, I don't see eye to eye.
Kristen was a Romney guy, and I was a Barry Obama. And then Donald Trump making all his accusations and wanting to see the birth certificate, and he was just fame whoring. He just wanted to.
Is The Apprentice? Yeah, it's still a show.
Yeah, just trying to promote The Apprentice.
I was going to say, that's still a show, right? What else happening?
The end of the Twilight series. No more Twilight
But there
movies.
might be. There's rumors.
The Kristen Stewart.
End of the books, yes. Cheating. And Kristen Stewart being a little filthy. Filthy, dirty girl.
Yeah, so that's...
the cheating scandal.
Yeah, Kristen Stewart, because these movies are so big... That is top news.
That is top
cheating,
news.
Now getting back with our Pats, moving back together, as
big
it says
news.
at the beginning
Snooki's
of our show.
baby,
Snooki's
like our
baby.
intro. Honey Boo Boo.
Honey Boo Boo
getting
higher ratings than the freaking Republic National Convention, which shows you the world.
I just saw their Christmas card. It's like all of them. It actually looks like a normal family. It's not trash-tastic.
Yeah.
Yes, Honey Boo Boo, the arrival of her.
Honey Boo Boo. Jackie, you could just play the game. I just had a stick drive in there. Don't worry about it. Okay, sorry about that. What
else you got?
Beginning of Google Plus.
Yes.
And
was the rival with
when Facebook changed, it was right when Google Plus Google Plus has been around for a little while, but they made a big push. They made themselves public. And then, honestly, I mean, being a person who lives on social media, Google Plus failed.
Yep.
As much as I love Google products, Google Plus was just a bum. Okay, so yeah, Google Plus, and, I love Google. I love Android devices. Facebook, like, a lot of people try to defect and go to Google Plus, and they came back. The people in my world left Facebook for Google. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Who knows? I'm hoping Google Plus will come back.
I'm sure they'll try and do something.
I live on Facebook. I live on Twitter. And you would think I would naturally gravitate towards Google Plus, and I have not adapted it. I mean, I'm on it.
Yeah, but not.
I haven't checked.
It's not your number one thing.
And Google is merging everything. You have the Google, your Gmail, and your
everything.
YouTube account, and Google Plus was supposed to merge all that. You know, I do like the Google Drive. Like if you want to upload big files and stuff like that. Like if, you know, what I did is like on my Google Drive, like all like the files that we use for our shows, like not the actual show episodes, but like all the like the intros and like, you know, Kevin Smith saying Two Strangers on Podcast, stuff like that. I put that up there because it stays in the cloud. You know what I'm saying? It stays up there
all up in
in
the
case
cloud.
something happens to my computer.
He's got his little cloud.
Yeah, I got the cloud.
Steve Jobs was...
Well, Steve
is this
Jobs
the
died.
year
He died last year.
Last year, okay.
It's
up there with
the anniversary
Charlie
of his death
Sheen.
was like a month ago.
Okay.
But, you know, with iPad
And the rivals
iPod
there
5 came out this year, talking about
They
things
come
in
out every
2002.
year.
The iPad Mini.
Yeah.
And Apple, speaking of the
The
cloud,
iPhone.
I mean, I said the cloud. Google Drive it's all the same thing. It's basically
all the
just
same shit.
save your files on the internet.
On the one thing, yeah.
So the cloud, Google Drive, and there's another one I like to recommend to people if they haven't used it yet, Dropbox.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind, all this stuff, don't put anything on there that could get you in trouble.
Wah, wah.
But, you know, like, I'll upload, like, pictures of my daughter. And once again, in
great
case something
pictures.
happens,
Yeah.
to
have
my
a backup.
computer, I'll always have her pictures saved on the cloud.
Yeah.
But,
Backup.
you know, Google Drive, Dropbox, and Apple's the cloud. You know, now, you know, they're going to come out with laptops one day without even a hard drive. Like the
I know.
Chromebooks.
Yeah.
Google has those books where your
What's
hard
the
drive
other
is...
thing? Is it Google or Microsoft? Same thing, whatever. But they have, it's like an iPad now.
Yeah,
it looks
Surface.
cool. Is that what it's called?
Apple Windows 8, which that's another thing for 2000. It just, I don't know.
I mean, it's the same thing as
you know, at Windows products.
Chris
You know,
isn't
you got a
promoting
touch
it.
screen. There's so many things that could go wrong. I don't like the fact that they put this whole operating system where it organizes everything for you.
Yeah, I don't like that shit.
Because it's like, it's too intrusive. I mean, you know, I don't know. I mean, I'd rather just get rid of that whole interface and let me use the files the way I want to use the files. I mean,
what
you
about,
know.
did you hear, speaking of computers, that made me think of it,
Uh-huh.
The McAfee, if I'm saying it right.
McAfee.
McAfee.
Everybody says McAfee.
Well, because like
McAfee.
McGrath.
Yeah.
Okay, MC. Okay, so.
Well, no, but it's,
McAfee.
I mean, now hearing it on news, they actually say McAfee, but it's
okay.
like...
Yeah, he's in trouble. He's the antivirus guy.
Well, he made money with the antivirus, but he is, like, nutty.
Yeah,
he's
a little
nutty character.
He left and went to someplace.
Was it Ecuador?
Yeah,
He
someplace
went to
random.
like
I don't
in
recall.
South America.
And there's like a murder
Central
thing
America.
going on. Somebody died. Somebody got murdered, and he's like might be a suspect.
I don't want to say his roommate. It was someone he was living with or something like that, or
Yeah.
his neighbor. No, I think it was his neighbor.
Somebody allegedly. And so now
got
he's in
killed. It
trouble.
was very mysterious, and then he leaves the country.
Right, and then so then they put him in jail for however long, whatever. And then he had like a heart attack in jail, like 2 of them.
Yeah.
But he's okay now, but like he got sick, and now I think he's out of jail, or something's going
the
on.
funny thing
a
is
little
that
nutty.
the cops, because I think he went to a country that didn't have extradition.
Okay.
You know, and I want to say Ecuador.
I can't
but
remember.
I could be
He
wrong.
went somewhere random.
But the funny thing is, take a shot.
Shot it.
You know, and a reporter for like NBC found him.
Yeah, it was
So it's
random.
funny.
Like
the
stumbled
cops,
upon him.
The cops can't get him,
But a reporter found him.
but a reporter found him.
So, you know, and they
So
seem to
that's
be
news.
Yeah,
That's
McAfee
computer news.
is, you know,
McAfee.
he made a bunch of money with the antivirus.
What's
I'm
Norton
I'm
doing?
a Norton man.
What's Norton doing? Where's
I
he?
mean, when I had my when I had my PC, I'm more of a Norton man.
where's that guy? Is he nutty? Jeez.
He's smart.
This might
He's
look
like the
good
opposite.
for Norton.
He's probably more sane.
He's probably like home, like coming up with another thing.
Nah, I
Norton.
want my computer geniuses crazy.
What else?
I don't want someone limited by logic.
What else? Anything else for?
Oh no, I got a whole bunch of
Oh,
stuff.
you got a whole bunch. Okay.
And speaking of Google Plus failing,
Facebook went public with
For
its
the-
IPO.
yeah.
People bought stock,
And that failed.
miserably. You would think
Sorry, Marky.
Facebook, and you know.
That's
I mean,
what they
let's be
thought. You
real
would
here.
think Facebook.
Yeah, you
it
would think with all the
become-
advertising, you know, owning pages. Basically, they're saying we're going to take all your information. It's
Yeah.
funny how, you know, we live on Facebook knowing that
Knowing that, and we're like, okay.
they watch us.
Yeah.
They watch every.
Easily.
There's no such thing as like an unmonitored thing on Facebook. it's there for public record forever. You can put your whole life on there, and
So watch what you put
for the
on
whole
there,
world,
people.
You know, and
What about
you would think
Instagram's
that would be,
big.
Instagram
That became big this year.
That got bought by Google.
Yeah, they're trying to. Yeah, I heard.
Yeah. And I
heard it's like the same.
Well, all the hip people call it IG.
There we go.
If you're hip, Instagram, you call it IG. You don't call it Instagram. Is for the old
Watch
people.
Watch your mouth. Yeah, watch your mouth.
No, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm letting you know before you have a social.
Before I say it, yeah.
Yeah, you got to say IG.
IG came out this year.
IG got not
too long ago.
No, wasn't it?
Didn't it come out?
I don't know if it came. I know it got bought by Google this year.
I thought they were talking about on the radio. Either it's gonna come out soon, or it came out not too long ago.
They're making so much fucking money, and I don't know how they don't have ads, but they're everywhere. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like Angry Birds, you know what I'm saying? Like Angry Birds is free, but it's just everywhere. Yeah.
Fruit Ninja.
I never played Fruit Ninja. I want to play
I recently just played it the other day. It's addicting, and then I moved on. It's like Angry Birds. You get addicted, and then your hand starts
then
to
you go crazy.
Like, all right.
Oh, screw this. And you throw your phone in.
And then you realize what you're mad at, and then you're like, all right, I gotta put myself in check.
I'm getting arrested for Fruit Ninja.
Yeah, like, all right, I gotta clean myself up.
Something I never got into, but a lot of people covered, Tebowing.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody
that was a big deal.
That's in 2012.
And poor guy is not even playing this year. That people are pissed about that. The big Tebowing.
Tebowing was the big thing this year.
We gotta start doing that. No, it's over. The fad's over.
Yeah, but I'm saying that was part of 2012.
What else we got?
Tim Tebow. Yeah, and he was like a religious.
That was a big deal. Yeah,
cut
big thing.
Boy Scout, religious guy.
The Avengers.
Tebowing. And that's also my list. The 2012 brought us the Avengers. The
nerds everywhere reunite.
The biggest nerd movie of all time.
Didn't you say you didn't like that, or was that Batman?
And that was also on my list. Batman 3 or The Dark Knight Rises.
Big movie.
Such a
here he goes. He's gonna go on rant.
Big budget, beautifully shot. Epic in scale, but such a disappointment. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of people disagree with you.
Yeah, no, well, I can say what I want. They're laughing all the way to the bank.
But I think, right, it was a hit, though, wasn't it?
It made a lot of money. And that's the funny thing is, take a shot. All my it's very polarizing. People either love it and say it's the best movie ever, and other people I can't believe they wasted money on this piece of trash. And,
the massacre that happened with that.
Oh yeah, the Aurora shooting.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this day and age, you just got to keep your eyes open.
Now we got the Connecticut one.
The Connecticut school shooting in 2012.
I was just about to say that.
Mm-hmm. Did you have did they run a drill today at school?
Well, they told me sometime after Christmas vacation, like probably the week after Christmas vacation, they're going to do a drill. They're going to do it randomly.
Oh, okay. And for fans of the show, you remember my stepson Jackie. He hasn't been on for a while, but he's joining us now for the tail end of this episode.
And this time they're not telling the teachers, so it's going to happen randomly.
Okay, so it's a good thing that they're.
Yeah.
Is it called a lockdown? Because me and Kristen were talking about it earlier. It's called a lockdown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that came after
Columbine,
because I remember after that's what we had to do then. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking that birthed the lockdown.
Yeah.
So I think I heard my principal talking about sending 2 people at a time to the bathroom while you're teaching, and you watch the 2 people go to the bathroom during a lockdown.
Oh, okay.
And that's
like a buddy system.
And I said that is the most unsafe way.
Yeah, they shouldn't during a lockdown. Yeah, everyone should be in their room. If you got to pee, hey, hold it.
Well, because when we had lockdowns, nobody knew. It was if you were in the bathroom, then you just go to the closest room. So the smokers would go to the bathroom, and then they get the lockdown. Then they have to put it out. They smell like smoke, and then they have to go to a random room that they're not even in the class for, and then so it's basically like a free time for them.
Yeah.
If some random reason you're out alone with nobody watching you, and there's a lockdown, and some random reason nobody hears you trying to bang, well, you can't bang on the doors, but kind of do a little knock on the door. That you're gonna have to go to the bathroom and then lock the doors.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. All right, so let's keep it moving. Okay, the school shooting. Sandy.
Sandy,
He put a lot of
the
people
world.
sitting in the dark and in the cold weather and destroying lots
Sandy's a
of people's
bitch.
houses in southern New Jersey and
I heard
Staten Island. What's up?
I heard there was an estimate of $63 billion in damage.
Damage. A lot of. Luckily, I mean, I hate to say that, when a couple hundred people die, but I mean, it could have been a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it was close to just 100 people died.
Yeah,
because
it
of
wasn't.
Sandy. So I mean, in such a populated
I
area.
I think it was I was pulling information on Sandy. I think it was about 236.
Yeah, wow. But I mean, think about it. Hundreds of thousands of people live in New York and Connecticut and
you
New
know,
Jersey.
and if you take every place that Sandy affects, you're going to get a lot of people.
Yeah, so
And there was only
it could have
15
been a lot worse. Thank God it
And
wasn't.
there was only 15 people missing.
Yeah.
And the only where that happened was in Haiti.
Oh, okay.
Canada, I think, got 2 people, but just New York is 40 billion.
Wow. All right. A lot of British controversy. The princes.
The balls out,
Prince
Vegas
getting
party.
naked, taking pictures in
Yes.
Vegas.
The old man with the balls.
The announcement. Was the marriage this year? No, the marriage was.
No, that was last year.
But the royal pregnancy.
The royal baby, yes.
And don't forget about that radio station in Britain.
The nurse that
And
commits
then,
suicide.
Yeah, when the Australian DJs try to do the prank, and then the nurse. And once again, that's like we mentioned in the other episode, like the guy that was a shooter. I mean, there are people out there who are not mentally right, and if you know someone with a red flag, I mean, just keep an eye on them and try to talk to them, make sure they're getting the help that they need.
Oh yeah, have you ever talk about the guy who committed suicide and killed his wife? Or he was a football player. He played for Kansas City.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh boy, I forgot his name. Yeah, the guy that played for Kansas City, killing himself. The other guy that was drunk driving and killed his friend.
Was that a football player?
That was a football player. NFL just
Chad Ochocinco.
Chad Ochocinco.
Beating his wife, then losing his job then he got cut from the team.
Yeah.
Dolphins.
Like you said, people from the NFL are strong, so if they try to do something bad, they're violent.
Yeah. I mean, you train these guys to be violent on the field. It's hard. If they feel they're in trouble, they're going to get violent. Okay. A lot of deaths. I mean, I know I only have 2 on my list, but I know there's a lot more. Whitney Houston, once again, just showing how you could have so much talent and then just throw it all away because it's fucking drugs.
Too young.
Once again, like we mentioned, like Britney Spears, Whitney Houston's probably like Madonna, Michael Jackson, Britney Spears,
in the pop,
Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. Those are probably like the top 5, top 6
absolutely.
pop stars ever. Whitney Houston, someone with talent, as opposed to, all these people making money today with no fucking talent. And it just shows you how you could throw your fucking life away.
The birth of Gangnam Style.
And that was going to be my last on the list.
Oh, sorry.
But Gangnam Style, very close to 1 billion views. Mm-hmm. And I guarantee you the 1 billion views are going to come on the 21st.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as Gangnam Style hits 1 billion views, that's when the world's going to blow up.
Who's the other? Did you have another celebrity death?
Michael Clark Duncan.
Oh,
just
right.
Because out of
Green Mile,
just being a fan of his work, Green Mile, Daredevil. His death was like.
Oh, that's.
Of course, there's a lot of people that are important deaths, but just such a nice guy.
One the other day, JR from.
The guy who played JR.
I can't think of
Larry Hagman.
Yeah.
And also from I Dream of Jeannie.
Dallas, that's what it's called.
Yeah, Dallas.
His passing.
Let me see what else. On my list.
Oh, did you hear, I didn't mean to interrupt you, getting on your list, but, did you hear that we could love, the guy who made Gangnam Style so much, even when he's singing about killing our fathers, killing our mothers, killing our, babies. Have you heard that?
Yeah, they were saying that, that he made anti-American songs and stuff like that. So, the Summer Olympics. Big to do. It's so weird that it
feels like so long ago.
It was only 12 days or 14 days?
Yeah.
But,
Don't forget about it.
Exactly. It's one of those things,
I'm like, oh yeah, that did happen this summer.
And all the controversy between, like, the athletes fooling around.
Oh yeah, the big condoms being shipped to them in their
us.
little villa.
That's why chlamydia is on the rise.
Yeah, exactly. Because of the Olympics. How convenient.
Seriously, the Olympics were... That doesn't seem like long. It feels like we had the Olympics like 3 months ago.
I mean, it was about that. It was like in August, but, it feels like...
Forever
ago. Which brought us, local heroes, Ryan Lochte.
Yes.
And, he was swimming against, Phelps, and he beat Phelps, right?
Yeah, he won.
Yeah. So, Phelps, who was like king of the hill.
King of the swimming pool.
Knocked out by Ryan Lochte, and also, local hero from here in Rochester, Abby Weinbach.
But they won,
getting punched in the face by a Colombian soccer player.
That was great. That was just got straight up snuck.
That's gangsta.
The end of Jersey Shore. Supposed to be the last season.
The end of Jersey, but
there's gonna be 20 spin-offs.
Snooki and what's her face are gonna JWoww gonna have their
end
own
of the original Jersey Shore, I guess. The original whatever. Just end of that. End of that show. What else?
The Hulk Hogan sex tape.
Ew, yeah. Ew, gross.
Let me see. Okay, I got the Avengers.
Hulk Hogan sex tape.
That's something to me.
That is something. That means something.
2012, the most people killed. World record. 2012, most people killed in 1 year.
Okay. The John Travolta controversy.
Yes.
Getting massaged.
And happy endings.
Trouble and allegedly. Occupy Wall Street.
Yes.
Which I think technically started last year, but there were people still doing Occupy Wall Street like in February.
Yep.
And especially like places up here in Rochester where it's freaking cold.
People go inside.
Yeah.
Get their hot cocoa.
You seriously think it's freaking cold up here? I think it's been hot.
And then, what else
I'm not
is
sitting
there?
outside. The new Amazing Spider-Man. Not a fan. I'm sorry.
Emma Stone.
Didn't Sony make that movie?
Yeah, Sony owns the rights to it, and
Disney buying
Lucasfilm.
Star Wars.
Well, Lucasfilm altogether, which is like Star Wars,
a bunch of shit.
Indiana Jones. So technically, if they wanted to, they could do another Indiana Jones.
They own Harrison Ford.
They're going to bring back Harrison. Harrison Ford's going to be doing episode 7. He's going to be doing. What is this? This will be Indiana Jones 6, I think. Because there's Temple
I didn't like
of Doom.
the last one.
Let's see, this
What
Temple
was it,
of
the
Doom,
alien thing?
Yeah. Holy smokes, I'm going to lose all my nerd cred. Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom. There was one before that. The Last Crusade, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Oh no, this will be part 5. Yeah. Indiana Jones. Wow, I should have.
Brain fart.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. And I'm sorry for all my nerd friends. Like, you don't freaking. Okay, the Halloween Day Parade getting canceled by Sandy.
Our Smodcast appearance.
Just the birth of Two Strangers One Podcast. Remakes like 21 Jump Street.
Great movie. Magic Mike, the birth of strippers.
And so we'll just leave it at that. We'll leave it with Magic Mike. We'll sum up 2012 with Magic Mike. And let me just say, please visit twostrangersonepodcast.com where you can find links to everything. First and foremost, the eBay page where you can buy comic books, heavy metal memorabilia, and video games, DVDs all over the place. Soon I'll be selling tools and all this other stuff. All the money goes to support the show. We really appreciate it. If you like this show, just buy something, even if you don't want it. Buy it, throw it out. Buy it, give it to a friend for Christmas. Give it to that person you don't like for Christmas. As my daughter screams. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/twostrangersonepodcast. It just takes 2 seconds to like us. Hover over the like button and click show and news feed so you can get all the updates. Unfortunately, only 20% of our audience actually gets all our updates, and that's
make sure to like it.
That's Facebook's fault, not ours. But the more activity we have on the page, the more people actually see our updates. So it takes 2 seconds to like us. Please, if you like this episode, if you like any particular episode, share that episode or share the whole link to Two Strangers One Podcast with all your friends.
Sharing is caring.
Thank you for all the new likes that we've gotten recently. keep coming back because we got a lot of cool stuff planned for you, a lot of funny stuff. Listen to us while you're driving to work, You're sitting there in traffic, you're staring at everyone's brake lights because one idiot doesn't want to drive and everyone's behind you. Listen to us, we'll keep your day light and bright.
Light and bright.
Light and bright, goddammit. And I would love to know that people are listening to us when they're supposed to be working. That would just make it awesome for me. And if you want to download the episodes of Two Strangers, One Podcast, you could go straight to twostrangersonepodcast.com and download the episodes individually. If you have an iPhone, iPad, the new iPhone 5, the new iPad mini, anything with the I in front of it, anything that belongs to the cult of Apple, you can go to iTunes and search Two Strangers, One Podcast. It's going to come up Chris and Kristen, Two Strangers, One Podcast. It's in the upper right tab of the Apple Store in podcasts. You'll see our beautiful red, white, and blue logo and hit subscribe, and you can go back and download old episodes. We are, I don't know when this episode's going to come out, but we have like damn near 3 days worth of entertainment where you can sit and listen to us. If you were sitting there hopped up on coffee for 2-3 days straight, you can then listen to a marathon of Two Strangers, One Podcast. And my daughter's trying to get my attention, and I see you, baby. I love you. If you have an Android device, and that's pretty much how I listen to my podcast.
Stitcher, baby.
The Stitcher app. Everyone who works there is so cool, so awesome. Everyone that I've ever dealt with, every problem has been addressed immediately. I've gotten emails response. When I send them an email, I get responded like within 3 hours, which is, relatively great. The Stitcher app, any podcast worth listening to is on Stitcher. You got the Mark Maron podcast, the WTF, that's what it's called. The Adam Carolla, my two favorite, Chris Hardwick with the Nerdist, and Kevin Smith with Smodcast. Our brothers on the West Coast. What?
And I forgot 2 P's in a podcast.
2 P's in the podcast. I don't know if that's... that probably is too... Our brothers on the West Coast, Livin' Lame, LIVINLAME. You can find them on Livin' Lame Podcast Entertainment. Facebook.com/Livin' Lame Podcast Entertainment. I think they recently got a website, and we're going to pick that soon.
Yeah.
So
they got a domain name.
They're organizing everything right now. Check out the other funny shows. I mean, the Big Daddy, the one that everyone's on, is Livin' Lame, LIVINLAME, and their hosting site is Podbean, so you can look up Livin' Lame Podbean. That's how I always find them. I always just Google search Livin' Lame Podbean, PODBEAN. But soon they're going to have their own website, and if they do, I'll just put that as an ad in the when we had the break. The Breakdown, the Fox Den, Real Chat, all the shows that are part of the Livin' Lame Podcast Network, or Podcast Entertainment, which we are a part of. All of these podcasts are available on Stitcher. So you can favorite us on that if you have an Android phone, Android tablet, any device that has the little green logo on it. And I believe Stitcher is also on iPhones also. So if you want, you can just do that. So, I think that's it.
Done it.
We're done. That was our 2012 year in review.
Happy holidays. Year in review.
Hopefully the world hasn't blown up by the time you heard this.
Oh, God.
We certainly hope you enjoyed listening to the show and had as much fun as we did recording it. Thank you for listening to Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kristen.
Don't be a stranger.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, here we go, man. Go ahead. You want to read
Double Jackpot.
What is it?
It is a self-published book by Christopher Cologne.
Chris Cologne? Smells good to me.
But
look at her. That broke that fucking cold little exterior. He's like, hee.
But it is spelled Colon.
Him punny.
But Double Jackpot is a book about a comic book artist, Eric, who is in a loveless relationship with a materialistic
I feel you, Eric.
Lynette.
Oh, fucking. Are you sure I didn't write this? Sounds hauntingly familiar.
He starts cheating on his girlfriend with a more creatively supportive woman, Nadia.
Well, I gotta meet her. Where's the Nadia?
There's your summer girlfriend.
Summer Nadia is Nadia.
Nadia?
Yeah, I think Nadia is spelled with an
A. All right.
Both Lynette and Nadia play the double jackpot, the largest payout in lotto history. much like the recent Powerball. Both girls play his birth date as the winning numbers. Eric is now stuck between two of the country's richest women. Who will he choose? It's not that simple. This is a clever fucking idea, man.
Is.
Look at her, fucking. She's impressed.
I am.
She got some summer reading. Christopher Cologne smells real lovely with an original idea. This is. I've never heard this before.
I haven't either. This is a self-published book, much in the indie spirit as Kev's Clerks.
Oh, you don't even need to name check me. This is just a good idea. You could stand on your own, man. You don't even have to be like, hey, remember Clerks? This is nothing like that. This is way more original than Clerks. This is a good idea, man. Why didn't I think of this?
I need something to read. This book is part of the Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games Trilogy Book 2. Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, coming soon.
Right on, man. It's part of a trilogy. This is the first part.
Way to write, man.
He's seeking a literary agent. Motherfuckers, anybody out there? There ain't no literary agents listening to this show, I assure you, sure. Sure. I assure you, sure. But somebody know a literary agent? Hook a motherfucker up! Chris Cologne come up with an original idea. I should tell Raskin. That's a good fucking idea, to be honest with you. That's a fucking rom-com right there. Megan, get Raskin on the phone. Isn't it possible to get Raskin on the phone? No?
Yeah.
I want to run it past him, man. I want to, and if it happens, I get a taste, Chris Cologne. I get a whiff, if you will.
The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com.
That's lulu.com.
I understand that. I just want to spell it out.
Normally one says it, that spells it. Still, lulu.com. What is that? Do you know what it is?
I don't know. All right. The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com. Search for Double Jackpot Christopher Cologne. A paperback version of the book is $15 and a PDF file is only $5.
$5 is
Yeah.
insanely inexpensive. 15's not even that bad for a paperback version.
No.
This is $1 million idea right here. Like a movie about a dude who fucking is stuck between two chicks, both of who play his birthday and win the lottery. Come on! I can see that trailer. Chris Cologne is on to something. Nobody else can smell it but me.
I'll read it.
Thank you. I'm going to make that smelly joke.
I know. You're trying to get me to laugh again.
It worked once. Double Jackpot is a self-published book by Chris Cologne, man. It's the first book in his Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games trilogy. Book 2, Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, should be coming out soon. Get all the information at Chris Cologne, like a motherfucker.
I will totally read this.
Double Jackpot. I'm serious. I'm going to recommend that to fucking Raskin. How is that not a movie? You know what I'm saying? This could be a sexy movie. You could do an R-rated version. There could be nudie in it, and you could show them fucking both chicks. Maybe a little penetration. Maybe a butthole shot. No butthole, no care.
I would like to formally apologize to Christopher Cologne right now.
No, sex sells. Chris Cologne will appreciate that. He's like, thanks for throwing a few buttholes in there, man.
Don't forget to check out twostrangersonepodcast.net, your one-stop resource for everything show-related. You can find links to subscribe to us on iTunes or on Stitcher. You could also find links to buy my book, Double Jackpot, on twostrangersonepodcast.net.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.